guys, welcome back to Drop Back TV, another episode. We're going to be doing another tutorial, but this time we're just going to sort of look at what's the basic stuff you need to get fishing. Because I see a lot of people on the bank and they've just not got enough stuff to be doing what they should be doing. So we're going to have a look into what gear I've got, and we're going to have a look into what you should be taking to the bank with you. So let's go and have a look. Hi guys, join me back outside again. So this time we're going to be going through some stuff that you should be taking to the bank with you. So even for coarse anglers, me personally, I think that this should be sort of in their gear as well. So, not necessarily saying that you have to use the same gear that I've got. That's not what I'm saying, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. So, if you're going after carp, not saying you have to take a 12-foot rod with you, because you don't. There's loads of like little kits out there. Me personally, I'm after some of the little dwarfs. So we've got "12-foot, 3-pound test curve JRC contact rod." So these are my favourite rods. I love these rods. We've got Whichwood Riot big pits 75s. Again, there's no difference between a bait runner. It's just down to personal preference. So I like these big pits, so I like to use them. Which I say, for the money, the Whichwood Riot big pits, quality reel, quality for the money. So that's my rod and reel that I'm taking to the bank. Not saying that everybody's got to take a 12-foot rod to the bank. Should not. Say there's loads and loads of different makes of rods and smaller sets that you can get. But if you're fishing for carp, you need to be using something that's capable of getting them in. There's no point going to the bank undergunned. So that's my first thing I'm taking to the bank. Next thing, and this is a massive thing for me, I see so many anglers go into the bank and they know what they're fishing for, and they're there with a pan net. I'm not being funny. If you're going after carp and it's not expensive, you know what I mean? My net's not expensive. I bought it as a set. It's a telescopic 2-metre handle. It's an NGT 42-inch net. With double floats. Dead easy to set up, and it can be nice and compact for walking around with if you're doing some stalking. But for me, this is a must. Don't be trying to squeeze a carp into a pan net. It's not nice for the fish. As I said before about fish care, you sort of need to look after the fish. You know what I mean? I can't emphasise that enough. If people want to fish for them, they need to look after them. So they're nice for somebody else to catch. So, next thing, 42-inch net. For me, that's a must. And then next thing, I'm not saying you need to take it with you, but this is what I take with me. I'm either taking my pod or I'm taking a bank stick with an alarm on it. You can use rod rest, you can use what you like, but I like to use this sort of stuff because I've seen a lot of people sit there with bank sticks and they're not paying attention to what they're doing and they've ended up losing a rod. So then that's a fish swimming round with a rod attached to it, which is not good. You know what I mean? So, not saying you've got to have this alarm, you know what I mean? There's loads of different alarms out there. For me, my little Dokim Evo, you know what I mean? For the money, you cannot grumble at these alarms. They're absolutely banging for the money. Like 59 quid, I think they are. You cannot grumble at that for that. So that's my third one. So fourth, unhooking mat. I'm not saying you've got to have the biggest unhooking mat in the world, but if you're going to catch a carp or any fish, you need to look after it. You can't be just putting it down on the concrete or on the grass. That's not looking after a fish. So I've seen loads and loads of anglers, especially on Facebook at the minute, we're taking pictures of them just being stood with a fish or kneeling down on some grass, or just taking a picture of a fish on some grass or on some pebbles. You know what I mean? It's like, they're not expensive. It's not expensive stuff, but it's stuff that you should be taking with you. So, unhooking mat. And then last but not least, bottle of fish care. Now again, some of them can be dead expensive. This one's not overly expensive. It's the Gardener Intensive Care. You know what I mean? If the fish has got an awkward hook hold in it, and you've caused the fish to bleed by taking the hook out, a couple of squirts of this on it, you know that's going to heal back up. You know what I mean? It's not expensive stuff, but if you're going to be fishing for it, then for me, this is the bare minimum that you need to be taking to bank. If you've not got this, then in my eyes, you should not be going to the bank to fish for them fish, because you've not got the right stuff to do the right job. As I said before, fish care is top of the list, massively top of the list, because we all want to be catching them. So this is the bare minimum that I would take to the bank. And I say it's not overly expensive stuff, but we should be taking it with us. So that's my little insight into what you should be taking with you. I'm going to put a link in the description below on the bits that I've got. You know what I mean? If you want to go and have a look and purchase some of the stuff yourself, you know what I mean? Go and have a look. But I'll leave a link in the description below and have a look. But this is what we should be taking with us, guys. So tight lines, look after the fish, enjoy your fishing.